What would I say to the Pope if I had an opportunity? Well, if we're dreaming, I might as well dream big. I would invite the Pope over for dinner, make a nice meal for him, and share a cup of tea afterwards. I would tell the Pope about how at a very young age I fell in love with God, and how God became for me my best friend. I would tell him about the sisters in grade school and how they imaged for me a God of playfulness, of laughter, and of song, and how I would memorize those songs when I went with God on long walks. I would recount for him the moment in high school when God pierced my sense of comfort and security, when I saw for the first time a homeless man lying on the sidewalk, and how God challenged me in that moment to an adult expression of my faith, and how I tried to live my life according to that calling, to be true to the gospel values of mercy, of justice, and service to the poor. Most importantly, I would share with the Pope the moment of my awakening, the instant I knew myself as a whole person, intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, and finally, sexually. When I heard God deep within me say to me, "You are my beloved, and in you I am well pleased." We would talk about that moment and the disconnect between that revelation and those in authority in the church who would call me disordered because I'm trying to live my life true to the person God created me to be. I would tell him of my deep sadness, not only for myself, but for others in the LGBT community who want nothing more than to be welcomed by the church that they love. I guess I would challenge the Pope to not only sit down with me for a meal, but to sit down with others in the LGBT community and hear all of our stories. And perhaps, like the disciples on the road to Emmaus, he would come to recognize the Christ in each of us in the breaking of our bread together. That's what I would tell the Pope. What would you tell him?